They're almost here, baby. That's right. LF Bardock and Zenkai 21 are almost here. Their kits just got leaked, so let's go over them. I'll put timestamps down in the description below if you just want to check out a certain one, but if you want to see them all, let's hop right on in. So don't usually like to do this, but we hopped over to Reddit here. This is where I first saw the info, so had to do what I had to do. So let's start off with Zenkai 21 here. Her transform main ability draws a special arch card next, restores own ki by 20%, reduces damage received by 20% for 30 timer counts, and increases own arch card draw speed by 1 level for 30 counts, which, boy, they just about doubled up that main ability. Gave her that special arch draw, a little ki restore, and some damage reduction. Right off the bat, 10 timer counts in, she's gonna start being real deadly. Her first transform passive applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Draws a strike arch card next, restores ki by 50, and adds 45% to strike damage inflicted for 20 counts. That is pretty hefty for just swapping right in. Her second transform passive shortens own sub count by 5 when this character is switched to standby, activates 3 times, so she's just always going to be on the battlefield when you need her, at least for the first 40 to 60 counts of the battle. Oh man, that's gonna be such a pain to deal with. If you can get up on switches on your opponent, that's like the #1 key to victory, I swear to God. It also applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. With 10 counts elapsed, it adds 20% to damage inflicted, which can't be cancelled. And with 20 counts elapsed, it adds 20% to damage inflicted and -5 to strike arch cost. It's just always gonna be there, switching in and out, getting cards for you, getting ki for you, getting uncancelable damage, and that's just with the first unlocked passive. So let's see what the further ones have for us here too. Her transform passive number 3, 10% to own health restoration for 10 counts upon landing a strike arch hit, and reduces damage received by 10% for 10 timer counts every time own attack is evaded with a vanishing step. So, that's just adding into her durability and just longevity, and being a regen character and being on the regen team in general, just, that they all just got healing out the wazoo. That's gonna be annoying to deal with, and that's just, get some equipments on there to buff up the health restoration. Her own main, raises her health restoration. Her own main is healing her, so that's just buffing into that. Going into transform passive number 4, applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 20% to damage inflicted, cannot be stacked, reduces damage received by 20% for 10 timer counts, plus 20% to ki recovery, cannot be stacked. Applies the following effects to self after transformation, restores ki by 30, and adds 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. So once these transforms should be coming in, getting 40% to damage inflicted, 20% to ki recovery, minus 20% to damage, and oh man. So every time she comes in, she's just ready for war. Looking at her arch cards, it looks like the blue card and the green card are the only ones that saw changes. The blue card deals major explode damage, adds 25% to damage inflicted for 10 counts upon activation, still destroys all your own cards upon activation, and raises the damage inflicted based on the number of cards destroyed. But whereas the old one added 20% to the special move damage per card destroyed, if you destroy 1 card, it's going to give you 30%. If you destroy 2 cards, it's going to give you 50. And if you destroy 3, it's going to give you 70. So decent little boost up. The transforming green card, on hit, it now restores 15% health instead of 10, adds 10% to damage inflicted, cannot be canceled, and reduces enemy ki by 40. So even, I think that's 10 up, so just adding in utility, this heal. I have a feeling that between the equips you can add on and her strikes now raising her health restoration, she might act, if she can take a hit even halfway decent, she's gonna be a kind of a pain to kill, I'm not gonna lie. And I was wondering who they were going to give her Zenkai ability to. I feel like they told us earlier, but I couldn't remember. She's given it to characters that are both purple and android, and gives the usual Zenkai buff to them. Still 13% at 2-star, 15% at 3-star, and 6% at and 18% at 6-star to at first Android max base health, and then at 6-star both Android and regen max base health. So it doesn't look like there's a change there, but not like you need one. Any health buff is always just so good for any team they're on. That being said, I gotta say, this kit looks pretty gnarly. I expected her to kind of be mid, just to kind of pass the time for a little while, have Legends cool off after the Legends Festival. But man, they're going right into it with the Zenkai, it looks like, but ain't nothing else to go over. Let's hop over to Bardock's kit. It says here, credit to Crazy Doomy for the kit and whatnot. So if you're the data miner for this, or you're the guy who posted it, big shout outs to you, my guy. But I have no clue who that is. I ain't gonna lie, no clue at all. So Bardock's main ability, he can use it 25 counts in. It draws the ultimate arch card, Revenge Assault, restores his health by 25% and ki by 30, so that's nice, guaranteeing that he can use it. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 counts. Thank you, thank you. And inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restoration for 50 counts. So you're literally fighting the blue boys, fighting this new Zenkai, fighting regen a little bit. Oh man, love to see it though, I love to see it. Because I feel like he needs to kind of hard counter what we got out right now, just to give the meta a little more diversity. Not that he's gonna replace the two festival LFs or Gogeta by any means, but he'll at least, I hope, shake things up a bit. His first passive applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 90% to damage inflicted, can't be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 30%, can't be cancelled. Nullifies at normal conditions for 60 counts, can't be cancelled. Applies the following effects after the enemy attack is over. Adds 30% to next arch damage inflicted, can't be stacked, but that's still quite a bit. Increases own arch card draw speed by 2 levels for 10 counts. Can't be stacked, thank God, but still, for 10 counts, that's pretty much just limitless cards. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts, so don't tap blast this man. Oh God, people are gonna be tap blasting this man and doing themselves dirty. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Applies the following effects to self when one allied character is defeated. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained, can't be cancelled, and restores own health by 25% only once when it reaches 0, can't be cancelled. So after one person dies, he's just like, hey, no more type advantage. I'm getting a little health back, no more type advantage. I'm meeting one of your rising rushes. Dude, that literally I just read an essay and straight up short of healing your allies, he just does everything there. I swear to God, if the second passive heals your allies, I'm out. Video ends. I'm not even reading the rest of the kit. 2. Applies the following effects to self every 4 timer counts while this character is on the battlefield. Plus 10% to damage inflicted, activates 7 times, can't be cancelled. Minus 1 to all arch costs, activates 7 times, can't be cancelled. Knocks back enemy to long range if a cover change is performed against their blast arts attack, and you can combo that with a special move arts. He fights the cover change, and he's got a cover change. Funny how that goes. Also, the following effects occur when the enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Reduces next damage sustained by 25%, can't be stacked but applies until the enemy combo is over. And shortens ally substitution count by 2 and activates 5 times, as well as reducing enemy ki by 25%. Listen, we got the ally substitute, he borderline even supporting here. Oh my God. Oh, so that is, this guy, that is a really powerful second passive, because pretty much it guarantees that whenever he pops into the battlefield. Oh wait, I was gonna say that so this just stacks up over the match. I was about to say that you get to choose when you want to use it, but you just need to have him in for 28 counts and he is ramped up. Oh my God. Oh, and his blue card deals massive impact damage, adds a 15% to the damage inflicted for 10 timer counts because he didn't have enough damage yet. Oh, and then it looks like he's mimicking Android 21 a little bit, where it destroys your whole hand, but it increases the damage you do based on the amount of cards destroyed. 1 card will add 10%, 2 cards will add 20%, and 3 cards will add 35%. Not quite the numbers we're seeing with her, but good God, it's not like he really needs that many, but it's not like he really needs the buffs like she's going to put out the same damage. His green card restores health by 15% and ki by 30, draws him a card so he can just combo immediately, and if there's a defeated battle member, he both destroys 2 random enemy cards and restores his own vanish gauge by 60%, which can activate 3 times, so he's gonna be dipping and dodging oh man, literally, he is trying to do everything. Oh, and his ultimate arts deals massive impact damage, restores his ki by 60%, and fully restores his vanish gauge upon activation. So even if you miss it, you have another vanish. So you potentially, if you're playing real dirty with people, you got some green cards, you could get 3 vanishes in. While he's in at one time, he's getting all those stacks up. They want us to summon on Bardock hard. I bet that banner is not gonna look pretty. I bet it's not gonna look pretty. Good God. As far as his Z abilities go though, Wrapping up what we got here for his information. At 2 stars, he adds 22% to Saiyan blast attack and defense. At 3 stars, he has 26% to tag Saiyan blast attack and defense, and 10% to tag Team Bardock max health. And at 6 stars, he has 30% to Saiyan blast attack and defense, and plus 12% to tag Team Bardock max base health. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Team Bardock's gonna be like viable or nothing, but that's just a little slide in secondary buff. That's pretty powerful if you're trying to run some jank and make for some fun showcases, just some fun non-meta teams. I'm excited to try that out, but man, so 21 was better than I expected, and Bardock was way better than I expected. Curious to see what y'all think of him, but that's about all we got here. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, get this video posted up, and just start waiting for these summons banners like y'all. And you know, you made it this far? Think about throwing a like my way. It really helps me, helps the channel out if you haven't yet, helps the United Soviet Saiyan Republic grow as it gets more Soviet Saiyans. But until the next time, I got something for y'all. Peace.